as New Zealand take on Australia in one of the greatest rivalries.
And out they go again. For so many of them, it is such a familiar feeling. For some, they haven't had it for a good 18 months. The last time Maddie Ashby led a team out for a final, it ended so far from what she would have wanted. But the smile is back on the face. Aussie have the ball spinning. Now they get a chance to chase a 6th straight title. First time for some of these players standing at a Sevens tournament, hearing their anthem in the New Zealand side. The feeling both of these teams have got well used to. Hearts pound, the nerves jangle. No matter how many times you do it, and these two teams have done it time after time after time again. The intensity goes up a notch. The words in there from Georgia Miller. Alongside me, a woman who knows how to win titles, World Cup winner Rachel Burford. What have you made of these two sides so far today? What can we expect?
Well, you can definitely expect fireworks from both of these teams. You just see the joy on their faces singing their national anthem. So proud. Be familiar for some new debutants in there, some young guns. Both of these teams have got world-class players and both have world-class games, but it's all about how do you handle this pressure of a final. It is something they're familiar with.
Skills on display early from the little one. Sunny Lee, our referee, to take charge of this final. New Zealand against Australia, just as it will be in the men's for the first time ever. The men's and women's teams contesting the Cup final, Trans-Tasman rivalry in the desert of Dubai. It's a towering kickoff from Maya Davis, biggest match of her sevens career so far. The young playmaker, Miller getting in to hassle Levi, New Zealand coming in to put some shots early. Certainly haven't been at their best this weekend, the Kiwis, this new look side, whereas Australia have swept all comers before them. They've got the ball spinning early with Soraya Paki. Miller went in for the steal, but the clean out was excellent from Bien Tarita, and that allows Australia to roll forward. Nasser, look, Levi just loping along the edge before she looks to put the afterburners on and get the return ball, keeping the ball spinning. Australia, Ashby finds Levi, the Madisons combining. Now the shot comes on, the ball spills backwards, and it's Miller who is quickest to the loose ball. Australia offloading game, had New Zealand scrambling, but the last pass didn't stick. Felix Hotham's wrestled to the ground by Bien Tarita. It's a willing start to this contest for sure. Here's Miller. She's almost dragged New Zealand single-handedly at times into this final. Looking for the support runner in Stacey Waka, who stood strong over that ball. Oh, Davis, a little fumble on the floor, but caught it on the fingertips. Australia's turn now just to defend in their own, in the New Zealand half rather. Here's Mahina Paul. And now New Zealand might have created a little bit of space here. Tanetti decides to go herself. She's got Miller on the inside, running away from the support. And the ever-present Faith Nathan is there for Australia. Paul back in field for Waka. New Zealand's turn to keep the ball alive. Both teams making early tackles. What a sapping sequence of play to start this match. Davis rips one wide for Felix Hotham. Back she comes on the angle, trying to find the runner. Hit hard by Tegan. Levi Mahina Paul had a little dab at it, and eventually Waka, Levi chase, Waka gets there. Stacey Waka, she's the veteran of this team now, opens the scoring. What a 2 minutes to start this final.
Unbelievable start. We said there'd be fireworks, and both teams trying to keep the ball alive. Left and right, the ball retention from New Zealand has been excellent. Just the flood of support, keeping the ball away from the breakdown. And Stacey Waka, well, she knows how to score in finals, and she knows how to score in Dubai. What a great start from New Zealand.
Maya Davis to try and convert from wide. Had a good crack at it, but it'll come up short. New Zealand 5, Australia 0.
And she's such a weapon on the restart as well. So often gets the ball back for him. That's why they've got to pull opposite her, knowing that she's a threat.
They don't go Waka's way. Finds grass down the middle. So Australia will grab it cleanly, and they'll build their attack through Tarita. Miller physical, Tarita equally so. And there's a halt for Bella Nasser up the middle. So good in that area, cutting a track through the middle. Chopped down by Pody Lane. A couple of the captains coming together. Now Paki on the switch for Tarita. Bien Tarita goes herself. Ashby in support. Miller drags her down. Ball back for Tarita, slipping off the tackle before being dumped into the ground. Again, it's untidy at the breakdown, though. Just that last rush of blood for Australia gives possession back to New Zealand, and it's Felix Hotham. She stopped. Somehow gets it away for Tanetti, little in and away, and now goes Kelsey Tanetti. She's got the power. Look at Faith Nathan steaming across the Dubai turf to try and stop Kelsey Tanetti, but she won't have enough runway, Nathan, and it's Tanetti who gets New Zealand's second try.
Well, how good from Tanetti. Came from the breakdown era. Just Australia, some brilliant play through the middle, but couldn't look after the ball. Here was the initial break. The lovely little 1-2, linking up so nicely. But here gets isolated, knows that Pori Lane's going to be back on her feet, competing for the ball. And then Tanetti, already scored 4 this weekend. She's been so good for New Zealand, stepped up this weekend massively. It's a brilliant strike rate so far from New Zealand.
Well, they've made so many more errors than we're used to seeing in this tournament so far. Not today in this final. Is Kelsey Tanetti, 5 for the tournament, 10-0. Kickoff this time, they do go Waka's side. It's Nathan in the air, lifted by Ashby. Levi Tegan gets Miller at the same time, and New Zealand just getting in the faces a little bit too. Australia frustrated.
Yeah, but it's coming from all the pressure defensively there. That woman on your screen, Miller, she's been so good for New Zealand, got so many turnovers, line breaks, steals. She's just got the ball back again for her team.
From the line. From the line.
These are records and finals for each team. They've played plenty of them, haven't they? 79% winning record, New Zealand. Pody Lane, that's been knocked away by Australia. Oh, awkward, unfortunate for Ashby, but it's still there now, and now it'll be a penalty New Zealand's way. Levi, it was a really good contest in that line out.
Yeah, you would have thought Australia would be thinking we need to get hold of the ball. Seen how dangerous New Zealand are. They've scored most of their tries from unstructured, broken play because they've just got too many game breakers within their side.
Just under 90 seconds to play in this first half of the final. Miller for Pody Lane. Haven't seen a lot of Reece Pody Lane as yet in this match. Here's Waka again, wrapped up by Maddie Levi, spun to the ground, and a good tackle by the champion winger. Davis goes long now for Felix Hotham, looking for Tinetti on the switch. We're so used to that being Michaela Brake. This time it's Kelsey Tinetti. Great counter ruck. Oh, Tegan Levi, but then had a crack at the ball as well.
Oh, she did the right thing initially.
Part of the ruck.
Saw that she was slightly high in that contact area, so went for the counter, but then you can't play the 9 at the back. At the moment, a lot of pressure on Australia in this first half.
Australia's record in Dubai has been supreme. New Zealand leading this final now. Davis rolling forward now. Felix Hotham switching to the opposite side. Goes herself, Felix Hotham again. It's Faith Nathan who makes the tackle, as she so often does. They've been camped down here, the Black Ferns, looking for points before the halftime. Oh, Miller! Georgia Miller, there's a reason she's the World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year. She might have even surprised herself with that bit of footwork.
It's just so class from her. Running across field, looking to link up with the outside. She's just waiting for a defender to overchase there. You see, Ashby just goes past the ball. And the footwork and the step and the glide from Miller skips on through and extends the score. She's having fun out there, isn't she?
Loves every moment of being an international rugby player, and she is a superstar of the game. She's put her team 17-0 up over Australia in this cup final, with the conversion going over from Davis in front. So at the break, it is New Zealand 17-0 at halftime.
Side through discipline or a better picture.
We're going to show up now. Let's go. Stay on 3, 1, 2, 3. Stay up. Let's go, let's go.
How'd you go?
For the first time ever, the 2 finals in an HSBC Sevens event, men's and women's, will be contested by New Zealand and Australia. That's the men's one coming up at the moment. It is New Zealand leading 17-0 at halftime in the women's final. We get underway in the second spell, allowing that one to bounce. Davis scoops it up. Australia's supremacy in Dubai under threat. New Zealand got in each other's way there, though. So this is what they need to start the half, Australia.
That's exactly what they needed. They need some possession. New Zealand dominated that first 7 with all the ball and executed to get them right ahead, 17 points.
Strong binding on hooker, don't dwell early. Square victories.
I talk about Australia's supremacy, 32 matches, 2,185 days since they last lost in Dubai.
Stability before the ball in, okay? Thank you.
It's before, you know, all that thing happened, the world changed.
Fine.
Maya Davis was about 11. Australia, they need to strike, got to start the half well. Away it comes for Nathan, and now Ashby finding the runner. It's Nathan again. Such a hard worker, Faith Nathan, looking for the switch with Tarita, who hangs on to the ball just on the fingertips. Tegan Levi has had an outstanding weekend. That's come out the side. It'll be a penalty against Kelsey Teneti. Ashby goes. She knows she needs to. Tarita for the co-captain Nasser. Stopped by Pody Lane underneath, and Davis over the top. Ashby again. Fingertip control. This time Tegan has gone backwards and bobbling, and it's still there. And eventually Tegan Levi's able to scoop it up. It's really untidy, and New Zealand come away with the loose ball. It's been spilled, and it's Reese Pody Lane. Nasser is chasing. Captain on captain, but it's Reese Pody Lane who wins the foot race. New Zealand capitalise, and they get a 4th try of the final.
Australia just imploding, aren't they? Just forcing things instead of selling it up, giving themselves a platform. Juggle here, and then just this loose pass here, and then Reese Pody Lane. And this has been the difference for New Zealand. Just not skipping a beat. Every 50-50, they're all over it.
They were beaten yesterday by the USA. New Zealand still came through and topped their group. You get the feeling the likes of Pody Lane, Miller, Waka, laid down the law. 22-0. Kept just about in field by Teneti. And they're going to concede a penalty here. In fact, Felix Hotham might go to the sin bin on this one. She will.
On the 15th.
Soft mistake from Jasmine Felix Hotham.
Yeah, just really unnecessary. And Maddie Levi really aware there's no tolerance in the game of sevens of trying to slow it down, trying to get your team to be able to recover. So now an opportunity again for Australia, but they've got to start taking these moments.
New Zealand playing with 6, Australia on the attack. Nathan, now they can get it spinning. Ashby sat down by Elena Sayeli into the field for New Zealand. She comes through, it's come off Sayeli's hand, so a knock-on in the tackle.
Time off. Subs.
That's a good impact from Sayeli. Comes onto the field, forces an error for Australia, allows them to now slow it down a little bit, try and take a bit of time out of that yellow card. So I'm not used to seeing Australia, especially over this weekend, forcing things, rushing it.
Sorry, still
Then all felt again too rushed, not settled.
Number 10,
They've been so good off their structured set piece. At the moment, just can't deal with New Zealand's pressure.
Heidi Dennis out there. She was player of the final when Australia beat New Zealand in Perth in January. It seems a long time away. But she's a player that can break a game open.
Fine. Set.
Australia want to get Maddie Levi into some open spaces. Has not gone away at all. Now they can come across. And now it's one of the young guns, Mackenzie Davis. She has got real gas. Pody Lane had to make that tackle. Now they come back and recycle, but it's Miller scragging shave. New Zealand conceding another penalty here, playing with 6. There's going to be space for Australia somewhere. Dennis got to find Levi. Going herself, Heidi Dennis. Teneti chases, and she's going to slip off. Well, Heidi Dennis had just said it. Can break a game open, and she's given Australia a bit of hope. First try of the final for Australia and Dennis.
Well, how good. Dennis just backing herself on the outside. The inside defence worried about Maddie Levi cutting under. Watch here, Stacey Wacker just slows up slightly, thinking that it's going to be a cut back, and then she just pins her ears back. Now, if Australia can get another one whilst the yellow card's off, they're right back into this one.
That's the threat of Maddie Levi off the ball. You're all looking at her. You're sure that's where it's going. Tried something tricky on the restart, but it was well read by Paul for New Zealand, who's got no shortage of pace herself. On Miller, upended, good tackle, good tap tackle, Dennis. That was over the shoulder, though, from Hines. Seatbelt tackle. New Zealand have to attack with 6. That can be just as tough sometimes. Tenetti, oh, just barrels the body in. They'll go back and play that high tackle.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Felt like advantage was over.
Time off.
But they're coming back for the high shot.
Allows Jasmine Felix Hotham to get back onto the field, and it'll soak up time on the clock. Yeah, a long advantage.
What's the call? Scrum call.
Figured out they've got the right number of players on the field. They're back to 7, New Zealand, going to take the scrum.
Yeah, sign of that leadership, wasn't it? Just checking how many they've got on the field would depend on maybe what they do. Do they kick to the corner if they've only got 6? See Georgia Miller stepping up in that vice-captaincy role this tournament. I mean, so much of what she does is through her actions.
Set.
Oh, those opportunities early in this match for Australia, the first half that they just didn't quite take, or didn't take. Now New Zealand can try and control the last 2 minutes. Saeli, she's had big minutes in this tournament. Double Olympic gold medalist Elena Saeli, but perhaps a little unsung in this side. It's good meters from her. Felix Hotham. Paul. Australia just cannot get hands on ball. 90 seconds to play now. And their Dubai drought might be coming to an end. Australia's supreme run. There goes Nathan coming through again. Stacey Waka arguing the point, but Australia through Nathan will win it back. Now it's Levi. They have to score off this play, but not with that tackle from Caitlin Vahakolo. Play on for New Zealand, and this will be the one that will finally snuff out any chance for Australia. Georgia Miller, who carried the team on day 1, will get a 2nd in the final. Dots it down. New Zealand heading towards another title. They may come back and just have a look at this tackle, though, on Mackenzie Davis before the try is cleared.
Yeah, they're going to check it.
I'm checking the tackle.
Checking for you now, Sonny.
I'm not sure what they're checking for there.
Sonny, I have a decision for you. There is no foul play. No foul play.
So try stand. No foul play, try stand. Can I take all that 48 seconds or has to be 30? No, there is a restart. Time back on.
Miller still barking orders, and here Pody Lane checking. Here it is in the end, but it was the big shot from Vahakolo that set it up. She gets the celebration in the back.
Yeah, I think Vahakolo's been really good for New Zealand when she's come off the bench. She's always had an impact defensively and in attack as well. And Georgia Miller, like any good 7s and 15s, but also she plays this game like a 7, picking up those scraps and capitalising on them.
A taste of the final for Braxton Sorensen-McGee. New Zealand on their way to a win in Dubai. I have to say, did not see this coming. Certainly the manner of it. Dennis has been good value, and she's going to look for another one here. Might get it too. It'll be too little too late, a consolation for Australia, but once again, Heidi Dennis has the final say in this final. But New Zealand, they have bounced back really strongly. And Australia's extraordinary run in Dubai is done. New Zealand are the champions in the desert for the first time since 2020, and they've done it through brute force at times and brilliant rugby at others. 29-12, New Zealand take the Women's Cup final over Australia.